Good evening, YouTube. So today over here at Fritz's Rubber Garage, we've got a trailer tire that needs to get replaced. So come watch me replace this trailer tire using my Sicam tire machine. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is we gotta let the air out of the old tire. Best way to do that is with a valve core tool, any kind of a valve core tool. Go to your valve stem and take the valve core out. But make sure when this unthreads, you don't send it flying. I didn't catch it. So now that we got all the air out, we're going to bring it over to the bead breaker. On this machine is this pedal right here. If you lightly depress it, it charges it with air. And then when you fully depress it, it squeezes it in. So you're going to try to get that shoe right against the bead, and it should pop. And you do that all the way around, spin the tire around, and pop it on the other side. Alright, so we got both of our beads popped. See, back bead, front bead. This is a bead that you're going to pull the tire over. So you're going to throw that wheel up here. And when you clamp it, these little spikes are going to dig into the wheel and hold it to the machine. All four of those, they spread out like that to clamp the wheel down to the machine so it'll hold it in place while you work with it. So we picked it up onto the machine. On this machine, you hit the right pedal here, and it will spread the clamps and clamp down on the rim. So it kind of shift. And now it is locked to the machine and it's not going anywhere. So next, we'll take this, take the duck bill, bring it down, bring it out, and you're going to set that in the bead like that. It's hard to do one-handed, but that lever locks it down. So now I got it there. I'm going to take the handle and crank it to the right, and that locks it down so that it stays in place. So next up, you take your tire spoon, and you put it into the bead right there like that, and you pick the bead up and over the duck bill. And once you have it up there, this lever all the way to the right, you push down on it and it spins the wheel to the right, pulling the tire off of the rim. Alright, so for the back bead, you're going to want your tires sitting up about here. 180 out from the duck bill. You're going to want the back bead already shoved up into the valley of the rim. And then you should be able, you can't really see it, but if you look in there, you should be able to see the back bead through there. You can take your bar, go down, catch that back bead, and then kind of lift up on the tire as you pry. And what you're going to do is it's going to pull the back bead up and over the duck bill, just like that. And you can hit your pedal, spin, and it'll pull the tire off of the rim. So next up, we're going to be putting the new tire on the rim. To help you with this, you're going to want something with a little bit of lubricity. They do make special kinds of tire soaps and tire lubes to do this. My personal favorite, and what I choose to use, is simple spray bottle loaded with dish soap and water. That's all you're going to need. That gets the job done 99.9% of the time. You don't need any of that to spend money on any of the special stuff. You can just use dish soap and water and it will work. So you're going to spray down the bead of the tire. And this will help you when you go to set the bead, as well as when you go to press the bead over the wheel. Get your outer bead, inner bead. This will help it go around the lip of the rim. Alright, so now that we got the beads lubed up, we're able to take this tire and put it onto the rim. quick tech tip and a decent habit to get into. The barcode, if there is one, on the tire bead, if you put that to the valve stem whenever you can, it's supposed to be put where the tire's most balanced or least unbalanced. Theory is it should take the least amount of weight if you put the DOT barcode to the valve stem. Whether that's true or not, don't know. I've been told yes, and I've been told no by a bunch of tire shops. The only thing I can say is that I always try to put my barcodes lined up with the valve stem. As long as you always do it, you'll never probably have an issue. And maybe that one time you don't line it up is when a tire is going to take a crazy amount of weight to balance if you're balancing it. So that's just my 2 cents. Take it for what it is. Well, last thing to do is air up the tire. That will seat the beads and put it to our working air pressure. We are not going to be balancing this tire. It goes on a trailer. You can balance trailer tires. The person whose trailer it is has chosen not to balance this tire. But if it was going on like a regular vehicle or a car, I would, once this is done and inflated, take it off of this machine, put it on the balancer, and balance it. We'll make a video with the balancer on another day. As for today, all we got to do is inflate the tire and put it back on the trailer, and we're good to go. And with that, I'm going to grab a beer and a seat, and I'll see you guys on the next one. If you like this content, please hit that like button and think about subscribing to the channel.